Hello, I'm Dora Carpenter, and welcome back to the Grief Hurts mini video series. It's not just about the tears that we shed. Today, in segment 2, we're going to look at the physical and the emotional impact of grief. Grief is not confined to the emotional realm of the feelings we mentioned in the last segment 1. It often extends into the physical aspects of our lives. So let's briefly look at this. The toll of grief can manifest in various ways, impacting our bodies and our minds. Physically, you might experience fatigue, changes in appetite, disrupted sleep patterns, and even headaches or muscle tension. It is essential for you to recognize and to address these physical symptoms, understanding that they may be interconnected with the emotional grief that you're experiencing. Emotionally, grief encompasses a broad spectrum of feelings. You may find yourself overwhelmed by sadness, experience moments of anger, grappling with guilt, or even feeling emotionally numb. This emotional impact can be intense and unpredictable. Might take you on an emotional roller coaster of many twists and turns. It's also okay to know that feeling a mix of conflicting emotions at the same time might be experienced. Accepting and processing these feelings is crucial in the whole process. Might I remind you, it is important to remember that there is no right or wrong way to grieve. Each person's grief journey is unique. Therefore, it's okay for you to feel whatever emotions come up for you. I'll share a bit from a research study finding. Psychiatrist Dr. Lindemann did a research study on patients following the Boston Coconut Grove fire of 1942. And his research study found that grief must be faced relentlessly, no matter how painful, to enable emotional wounds to heal. He said it is necessary to feel the hurt, the loneliness, and the anguish until it becomes thoroughly familiar. Dr. Linderman said then and only then can it be accepted as part of life. He said at that time, it can be used as a starting point to reorganize a new life. And he concluded by saying, this process is considered successful grief work, approaching the point where life can be started anew. And that's very important. This process is considered successful grief work, approaching the point where life can be started anew. Our From Grief to Gratitude certified coaches compassionately support our clients to help them successfully find that meaning and purpose in life starting anew in that springtime, that going forward, helping them to receive a transformational shift in perspective of the circumstances, helping them to move successfully from pain to peace, heartbreak to happiness, and grief to gratitude. Remember that moving through grief is a process and it takes time. In the midst of your grief storms, there is always hope for brighter days ahead. So take one step at a time, a baby step. You might even need to crawl before taking that baby step. But no matter how small your steps, be kind, gentle, and patient with yourself, giving yourself permission to feel whatever emotions arise. And most importantly, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to support you through this journey. I'll close by reminding you that whether you are currently experiencing a loss or you're supporting someone who is, remember that grief is a natural part of the human experience. So it's okay to acknowledge and to embrace the emotions that come with it. And in the next segment, we'll chat about ways to cope with this challenging but universal aspect of life. I'll see you then.